morning, everyone. We got some rain today. I think that's what we're going to get most of the day is rain. Everyone else around us is going to get snow, I believe.
Higher interest rates. They have 2 or 3 generations of traders who've never seen it, and there are pressures.
We're just talking about the bank collapses there that's been happening.
They're going to have problems.
Everybody's worried. Is the banking system secure? Should we go take all our money out of the bank right now?
Hopefully, will contain it.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Kenneth, thank you.
My pleasure.
Kenneth Rogoff is a professor of economics at Harvard University, former chief economist of the International Monetary Fund, and the co-author of This Time is Different, 8 Centuries of Financial Follies. Your CBC News is on its way then.
I feel like a big problem is that it's all reactive, but what can we do to support our libraries to stop the violence from happening in the beginning? How can we get in on the ground level and help our community reduce the level of violence from getting to where it is right now?
The local library is often a cornerstone of the community, and yet a growing number of librarians in this country say they feel unsafe at work. In 6 minutes, the fine balance of providing a public and safe space for patrons and staff in the local library. I'm Matt Galloway. You're listening to The Current on CBC Radio and the CBC Listen app. Stay with us.
I'll get some of the salt off the vehicle. Clean it up a little.
This is CBC Radio 1, 99.9 FM in Sudbury. Today on Commotion. This is America. Don't get you slipping now.
Donald Glover is one of the most provocative artists working right now. He's a musician, he's an actor, he's a producer. His new show, Swarm, is about super fandom and the music industry. You'll hear about whether the show deserves its own fandom and what it says about obsessive fan culture.
Commotion with Elamin Abdelahmoud this morning at 11:30 in Newfoundland, and on the CBC Listen app. The CBC News is next. Coming up in an hour, it's Q.
Anthony Shim's new film, Rice Boy Sleeps, has been called one of the best Canadian films of the year, and it's sort of loosely based on his own story, coming to Canada from Korea as a kid. He'll tell you how it felt when he finally got to show the film at a prestigious film festival in Korea.
From CBC News, The World This Hour, I'm Gabriella Panzabeltrandi. Police in Edmonton are still piecing together what happened after 2 officers were shot and killed on duty. Officers Travis Jordan and Brett Ryan were killed as they handled a family dispute call between a mother and her 16-year-old son early Thursday morning. A male suspect who sources tell CBC was 16 years old shot and killed them both before turning the gun on himself. Mourners like Shelley Ziltra left flowers outside an Edmonton police station close to where the shooting happened.
The 2 officers shot were friends of my son's. He works here at West End Division. I want to make sure my son comes home safe every night.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tweeted his condolences last night, saying police officers put themselves in harm's way to keep people safe, and this tragedy is a reminder of that reality. There are growing calls for David Johnston to expand his mandate as special rapporteur on election meddling. If not to conduct a full public inquiry, then perhaps look into more elections. It comes after the Globe and Mail reported allegations China interfered in Vancouver's last mayoral election. Rafi Boujikanyan has more.
Kennedy Stewart lost his bid for re-election last year, John. He says he doesn't think it's because of foreign interference, but Canada's intelligence agency, CSIS, did brief him on China's Vancouver consulate interfering in the race. Stewart says when CSIS talked to him in 2022, he did not understand why. On Power and Politics, he said he now has a fuller picture. Stewart says all Canadians deserve a broader investigation.
You have a big election coming up in Toronto. What's going on there? Who's looking at how these elections are being conducted? Maybe there's nothing, but we should know that.
Vancouver's new mayor, Ken Sim, condemned the insinuations he could have won due to foreign meddling.
If I was a Caucasian male, we're not having this conversation.
The special rapporteur's mandate is not public yet, but he is expected to look into the last 2 federal elections. Rafi Boujikanyan, CBC News, Ottawa.
10 people have now been charged in the death of a black man at a state mental health health facility in Virginia. 28-year-old Ivo Otaneo died of asphyxiation after he was held on the ground for 12 minutes by 7 deputies. The incident, which was caught on video, led to the arrest of all 7 officers as well as 3 hospital workers. Benjamin Crump is an attorney for the family.
Why would any law enforcement officer put a knee on the neck of a person who is face down, handcuffed, and restrained?
The 28-year-old died as he was being transferred from a county jail. His family says he was dealing with mental illness. First Nations and Métis leaders say they haven't had their last conversation about the Saskatchewan First Act. The bill that passed its final reading yesterday confirms the province's control over natural resources, but Indigenous governments and communities say it infringes on treaty rights. Some say they can already see it affecting land claims. Sam Sampson reports.
Saskatchewan's legislature felt alive with more than 100 First Nations and Métis guests filling the rotunda, but the worries expressed were somber.
This bill it's like a nail in a coffin.
Terry Quinney is Onion Lake Cree Nation's duty to consult manager. She says the province never meaningfully discussed Crown land sales around her community, but went ahead with them anyways. She worries this bill will give the province more power to skip consultation in other areas.
Because we know where this is going, but now they're just going to be able to enact it even more so with this bill.
It's wrong. That nothing could be further from the truth.
Premier Scott Moe disagrees with the idea his government doesn't care about treaty rights. His governing party added a line in the bill explicitly acknowledging those rights. But it's just lip service to the Métis Nation Saskatchewan and the Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations, 2 very powerful Indigenous groups who say their next step isn't political, it's legal. Sam Sampson, CBC News, Regina.
And that is your world this hour. From CBC News, I'm Gabriella Panzabel-Trandy.
The weather, there's a winter storm warning from Moosonee down to Timmins, and for Kirkland Lake, Englehart, Chapleau, Gogama, Wawa, Duberville, Agawa, and Lake Superior Park. 10 to 20 centimeters of snow today, up to 50 by day's end tomorrow, and highs today from -10 to +1. Elsewhere, snow is expected as well, but it could change to rain as the day progresses. Accumulations could reach 10 to 15 centimeters for some areas, with highs of +2 to +6. But for Fort Albany and Attawapiskat, cloudy today with a high of -12. Gusting winds up to 70 kilometers per hour for some areas.
154.5.
Good morning, I'm Matt Galloway, and you're listening to The Current.
So most places are supposed to get snow. I think we just fall in we got like a warmer temperature than usual, I think. That's what I felt yesterday. I feel like it wasn't that cold out that we were getting like a wet snow yesterday. This, I think, is going to be rain for us all day. Well, have a safe day, everyone. If you're getting snow, be careful. Keep an eye on your temperature. If it gets warmer, it could definitely turn to rain. And vice versa. If you're getting rain, it could turn to snow at any point. Some parking lots, I'm sure, will be pretty dangerous today. If there still has ice on them. So. Have a great day. Yes, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you later.